You know, it's interesting watching the internet realize that Natalie Nunn is trafficking, right? Because I've been saying this for years, but
Y'all not knowing Natalie Nunn was a madam this whole time is shocking.
I'm about to play psychic real quick, yet again. I'm going to call it. In the next 90 days, the hammer's going to drop on Natalie Nunn.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's your favorite journalist, Kaelyn Ryan, and I'm back again with another video. If you haven't caught any of the videos that I've done today, prior to this video, check them out. I did another one on Natalie Nunn already. I did one on Scotty with the Body and Lemmy. And right about now, we're going to, again, dive deeper into the personality, the character, the woman that is Natalie Nunn. Before we dive deeper, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay in the know of everything that I do. I just attempted a 21-day water fast. Your girl produces a lot of day in the life vlogs. I'm a server. I'm an entertainment journalist. I love Jesus Christ. And I commentate on pop culture and things like that when I feel like I have something to say. So yeah, like I said, hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get into this topic. Guys, not my words. These are not my words. Based off of what's been said online, people have, for a long time, since the inception of Baddies on Zeus, has speculated that Natalie Nunn might be running a different show behind the obvious show. That she may be orchestrating business deals that have to do with, you know, what the girls do for certain gentlemen in exchange for a certain amount of money. You know what I'm saying? People are speculating that Natalie Nunn might be a madam. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. There's a lot of online discord about this topic. People feeling it for a while. People feel like her downfall is on the way, that she's going to be exposed, that people have already been saying things. People feel as if the signs are there, that there's no way that she makes this type of money. There's no way that she lives this type of life without, or I don't know. People have a lot of questions. They have a lot of questions. And some people feel very, very concrete and sure in how they believe Natalie Nunn and maybe some of the baddies are earning their living.
Is Natalie Nunn a madam? These are very, very interesting questions that are being brought up due to the Cam Newton interview. Natalie Nunn as a madam is not new lore. Zeus Network allegedly trafficking people is not new lore. But I think a lot more people are being kind of exposed to this side because a lot of more people are being exposed to Natalie, what she does, and her show due to the popularity of this interview. So let's get into it. When it comes to Zeus Network, I think I first heard the associations with Zeus Network and trafficking specifically targeted towards Jocelyn's Cabaret, because I assume this. I didn't really take it seriously at the time, but I assumed that people were saying that because of the type of girls that Jocelyn was having on her show. If you don't know, Jocelyn's Cabaret is a show Jocelyn Hernandez, a Puerto Rican princess, made. It's like a dancing competition, you win money kind of show, and you go on tour with her and stuff like that. But the typical girls she chooses are, you know, sex worker girls, 304s, girls in the strip club, girls adjacent to that industry in general. And I always assumed that people were just assuming that because those types of girls were on Jocelyn's show that there was trafficking involved. I thought it was a prejudice thing. I thought it was them just being judgmental. But when Natalie Nunn joined the Zeus Network zeitgeist, that kind of conversation shifted for me. Now, Natalie, if you go back to the original Bad Girls Club, it's free on Tubi, by the way. Her season was season 4, and you kind of get a glimpse into what young Natalie was like and how she viewed herself, her social capital, men, money, and where she saw herself in the future, as well as the use of her sexuality. If you see her relationship with the other black girl on that show, she kind of took her under her wing and introduced her to like a Z-list celebrity at the time, but there was this idea of like using what you have to get what you want that was very embedded in how Natalie moved when they went to the clubs and all of that kind of stuff. Not saying that she was trafficking herself or anything of that nature, just saying that there is a specific mindset that I think it's important to understand when we were first introduced to Natalie Nunn that shows itself even now. Now, Natalie has had these trafficking claims before she went to Zeus Network, which is why I said when she was introduced to the Zeus Network and these trafficking claims continued centering her, I was not taking it with a grain of salt like I was with Jocelyn's Cabaret. I was kind of like, this may be fucking true. I don't know if you know who Sarah Oliver is. She was on Bad Girls, I forgot, like season 10 or 11, blonde, huge ass from Atlanta. very religious now, really good friends with Judy Jai. But she and Natalie were really good friends, and they became friends after Bad Girls Redemption, which was season 13. And they were really good friends, and Sarah once told this story, and she's told it several times now that they've fallen out, but she's told this story about how Natalie left her in Africa, in another country, because she wasn't willing to get down with the get down, if you know what I mean. Sarah alleges that Natalie would fly girls out to, Africa and hang out with, African wealthy men, and kind of just, make sure the girls knew to make sure the men had a good time type thing. And they would get paid and then they would fly out. And she was kind of the procurer of girls. She would bring these girls. She had been there multiple times herself. Sarah kind of alleges that Natalie participated in these things, but, to each their own. But Sarah and her originally fell out because Sarah she says that she went and flew out under false pretenses. And then when things got a little hairy, she was like, I'm not doing that. And Natalie left her in Africa, like stranded. Now, many stories like this have come out about Natalie, allegedly, in terms of flying out these girls. I don't know if y'all know this, because of course I'm a media goblin and I consume a lot of Natalie Nunn stuff because she's a very interesting person to me. But she has a lash company, right? And during COVID, or right before COVID, she would take all these pictures. She'd be inviting all of these Instagram girls, the Claremont twins, other baddies, on these lavish trips to like Jamaica and Dubai and all these other places, take all these pictures to make it seem like so aspirational, like these girls are traveling the world, they have their passports, they're living this really expensive, luxurious life. And she'd have like a few pictures of her lashes, and then she'd have all the girls have luggage that said Natalie Nunn lashes and stuff like that. And basically what people were saying was she was using those lash trips, which was really a collection, a time to collect these certain Instagram baddies as well as old Bad Girls Club girls and take them on these international trips where she would then have them work for her, if you know what I mean. Allegedly. This is all pre-Zeus Network. This is all pre-Baddies becoming the biggest show. So when she was introduced and those trafficking claims started to come, it was kind of like, oh, okay, something may be actually happening here. On top of that, if you know who Scotty is, Scotty with the Body, Natalie introduced Scotty on season 2 of Baddies, which is Baddies South. And Scotty, allegedly, her and Natalie had done OnlyFans content together. That's not alleged, that's true. But allegedly, Scotty was one of Natalie's girls, and they knew each other in that kind of way. Like, Natalie had taken her all over the world to do specific things, allegedly, and she ended up, finding Lemmy and living this baddies, first lady type of lifestyle. But that was after Natalie introduced her to Baddies. Now, with Zeus Network in particular, I've heard things specifically about Lemmy and how he conducts business when it comes to the women. If you go to, I know she's controversial, but Winter Blanco, who is also on Bad Girls Club, she has a podcast with her best friend Shy, and she's talked multiple times about how she was offered a show, offered a huge bag in a show on the Zeus Network, but she took the meeting, and Lemmy was like, okay, if you want the show, you have to sleep with me. Like, I'm gonna get a hotel and you have to sleep with me. This is the experience of a lot of different girls. There's alleged rumors that he slept with Razor from Baddies West, and that's why her and Scotty fought on the bus, actually, and it wasn't because she touched her or twerked on her. There's rumors about T. Hi, my name is T. There's rumors about a lot of the girls that were on Baddies in particular, that Lemmy had either slept with them or tried to sleep with them in order for them to secure their spot. There was also the first rumor from Christina from Bad Girls Club that she was allegedly pregnant by him. So Zeus, Lemmy have been running a sketchy business for a long time because there's a lot of quid pro quo going along, allegedly, when it comes to some of these girls and securing their spot on Baddies. Like, you'd have to go through the boss, like casting couch style, allegedly. Then it was when Stunna Girl went on Baddies West and then exposed everything. She exposed what was going on with Anna Mac. She exposed the fact that Lemmy was dating Anna and Scotty at the same time. She exposed how she got casted on the show and how, Natalie was looking for young, fun girls. There's a whole live about this. And y'all can say what you want about Stunna Girl. I'm a Stunna Girl music fan, so I was a fan of hers back in 2017. So I was excited that she was on Baddies to get to know more about her as a person. But Stunna Girl has not lied at all. Like, she's fudged some truth in terms of her boyfriend really not being her husband or whatever, but she has not lied when it comes to the Zeus Network. She'll say something and then months later it'll all come out. Y'all can check the receipts. But she's been exposed Lemmy. She's been exposed Natalie looking for young, fun girls. She exposed Natalie for having a bus full of girls, and she was walking past and she saw Natalie eating girls out, being naked in front of these girls and doing all this stuff, which is fine, get it how you live. But that was the other side of Baddies that isn't on the show. You know what I'm saying? She'd been exposed, Lemmy, for sleeping with the girls on the cast. She'd been exposed all of this. She alleges that Natalie and Lemmy have had a sexual relationship in the past, and that he speaks to her like crazy. So it's interesting to hear these things become common knowledge now when they've been bubbling under the surface for a very long time. But people have been alleging for a long time that Natalie has been madam-like, acting madam-like for a very, very long time before Zeus Network, and that Lemmy has only given her incentives to keep that going. I don't know how far the alleged trafficking actually goes, and I don't think we will know until someone does an expose on the Zeus Network, which I definitely think is coming. But I will say it's a very interesting side of the lore that I will be making a YouTube video about when I talk more about Zeus Network as a whole.
You know, it's interesting watching the internet realize that Natalie Nunn is trafficking, right? Because I've been saying this for years, but I don't know. Everybody just thought I was joking or something, but just wait till y'all realize that, like, Zeus Network, that's what they're doing, period. Zeus Network is trafficking black women and white women. They're auctioning Woe Vicky off in Africa. I think that's what they're still doing with Woe Vicky, but, like, one thing that I've learned, y'all don't care if it's Zeus Network. If Zeus broadcasts y'all mama's getting shot, y'all will watch it. I don't know what type of chokehold that has on our community right now, but
Y'all not knowing Natalie Nunn was a madam this whole time is shocking. BGC 4 came out in what, 2009, 2010? So I was like 11 or 12. And even when I didn't know what prostitution or pimping was, even I knew she was a madam. It's been in front of our faces this whole time. Every season of Bad Girls Club, Natalie Nunn has yelled something about making money in Nigeria in like 5 seconds. The way she treated Kendra. Like, literally the first 10 episodes, Natalie got in Kendra's good graces by getting her to sleep with Marcus, the little boy from Militia. Go watch it back and analyze it. She's been a madam this whole time. Then how Scotty came on BGC, said she runs the South, but nobody knew who Scotty was. Then that whole Reddit forum that went viral over how Scotty is sleeping with Lemmy and how she's on Natalie Nunn's OnlyFans, and there's a video of Scotty eating Natalie back on OnlyFans. Y'all, it's been in our faces the whole time. The whole Anna Mac situation. If you're part of the Baddies fan base, you already knew. You already knew. Anna was smashing Lemmy along with Scotty. That is why Scotty and Anna were fighting on Baddies. Smiley herself took screenshots and leaked conversations between Anna and Lemmy. Then on top of that, there were rumors that Anna herself was selling that good old cat, and not just to Lemmy or Natalie. Then, if y'all go back and watch a couple seasons back, when Biggie says on the reunion, you sell poop for a living. Yeah, y'all, it's always been in front of our faces.
I'm about to play psychic real quick, yet again. I'm going to call it. In the next 90 days, the hammer's going to drop on Natalie Nunn. 90 days from this video, bro. I might be wrong, but I got a real... They already starting this year off hot. Natalie's been hot. She's been doing too much trafficking, allegedly, in my opinion. I'm not going to say I guarantee it. In 90 days, I believe the hammer's going to drop on her, bro.
It's messy. It's messy. It is messy because the signs are there that she might be allegedly partaking in this behavior. Again, the Bible says, what does it profit a man to gain the world if he loses his soul? There's so many ways to make money out here. A lot of illegal or demoralizing or embarrassing ways to make money out here, but you can make a lot of it. You can make a lot of it. But at what cost? At what cost? Each time chipping away at your soul, each time chipping away at your dignity, each time chipping away at your reputation, each time tormenting you in your dreams and reminding you and your past haunting you to remind you what you did, how you got this come up. And something I've said before and I broke down in one of my fasting blogs is that When you utilize the enemy's tools to elevate, he will come back for payment. If you grow your platform off of the basis and the foundation of greed, lies, promiscuity, drama, hate, violence, exchanging things for another, dishonoring God, dishonoring yourself, dishonoring your body, moving towards what the world thinks is viral and completely pushing away what the Lord says is vital to your soul. Like, if you do that and you continue to do that, once the enemy platforms you, because he wants people to see you succeed doing those things. Like, oh, if she could fight every day, if she could sleep with 10 dudes and get baby daddies to pay for her lifestyle through child support, if he could just trick off and have 5 different girlfriends at a time and they all seem to have this respectable dynamic between all of them, if he could do it, if he could just sleep around, if he could catch a bunch of bodies, if he could do this, that, and the third and be respected in gangs and this, that, if he can do it, I can do it. Because look where it got him. Look where it got him. Look how successful. He has a TV show now. Oh, he has a brand deal. Oh, he's got a liquor line. Oh, he's got woo, woo, woo. The enemy will platform you. The enemy will platform you. And it's not because you're doing the right thing. It's because you're doing the wrong thing. And he wants your followers to follow you down that path. He does. So yes, it's going to look glamorous. It's going to seem fun. Oh my gosh, they're always on a trip. They're always doing this. They're always doing that. But you don't know the price they pay when they get into those rooms, allegedly, based off of the conversations being had. And just with anybody in everyday life, you never know what's really going on behind the scenes. You never know what's going on behind the scenes, okay? So even when people look down on you for not doing the thing, and people have said to me before, over the years, playfully, or just like, even a suggestion was made by a gentleman at my job who's retired, and he's like, man, if you want X, Y, and Z, just email me because I can provide blank. But the exchange, I looked at him, I said, no, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. And I wouldn't even say it was tempting. The things were like, oh, cool, that'd be nice to, but also it's like, nah, I'm good. But that's because I'm sure of who I am in God. What are you exchanging? Because the enemy will come back for payment. He's like, I platformed you. I gave you all this. We see all the things happening in Hollywood right now. Oh, I allowed you to have this fame. I allowed you to be the number one. I allowed all this. Now payment is your soul. Now payment is, maybe, taking out some family members. Bloodshed. Blood in, blood out. Now the payment is you lose your whole entire life. Now the payment is when you don't want to keep playing the game that I want you to keep playing, that now everything comes out about you, as we're seeing in Hollywood right now. But the beautiful thing is there's another option. When you do things with God and you do it the honest way, you make your content, you go to work every day, you clock in, you're on time, you steward well someone else's mission, you serve under someone else's mission, you show up, you create the idea, you don't doubt yourself. And when you doubt yourself, you stir yourself back up, you get back in it, you turn away from the things that seem tempting and tantalizing and a shortcut to get through success. You turn away from the perceived easy way out that would cause you to sacrifice some things, and you continue to stay the course with God, stay the course with God, stay the course with God. I'd be more viral if I did certain things that certain girls do in culture on social media. I would be. It's not because of me. It has nothing to do with me. The formula has proven itself. You basically show up with no clothes on. You dance a certain way. You get into public feuds. You say some crazy things. You go on certain shows and play a character or act a certain way, and you will make it. Like, I literally could be a quote unquote overnight star on any platform if I decide that that's the route I want to take. If I wanted to go on Housewives right now, I'm not a wife yet, but it's coming. But if I wanted to go on Housewives right now and I was a wife, And I decide, okay, I'm about to go in there and make my name known. I'm about to cut up. I'm about to, I'm going to be memorable. Okay, yeah, I am. And now they're asking me to come back, and my contract is now increased because I'm bringing viewership. But like now I'm chipping away at who I actually was before getting on the show. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? And then and now I'm raising kids. Let's assume I'm a mom at that point too, which I will be one day. And now I have to tell my babies, do as I say, not as I do. No. So I feel like we're all a product of our environments and our unhealed trauma and the lack of relationship with God or the closeness with God. That's what we're all, it's an even playing field. And I just hope that these rumors aren't true about Natalie. And if they are, God won't be mocked, and all of it will come to a head. And it just will. And it just will. But no one is too far from redemption. All of us, Jesus died for all of us. Jesus died for Natalie. Jesus died for me. Jesus died for Jocelyn. Jesus died for Mona Scott. Jesus died for Lemmy. Jesus died for Scotty. Jesus died for Rolly. Jesus died for everybody. 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 Blueface, Krishan. Jesus died for us all. We all got the same access point to heaven by way of the Father. None of us are better than the next. We're just living out our journeys either privately or publicly for people to commentate on. Okay. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you feel like Natalie is doing what they say she's doing? Are the girls on Baddies considered victims and they joined something that they didn't know that the world behind it was darker and more seedy than they even would imagine? Or do you think these girls are complicit and they're like, yo, we put on that this is what the show's about, but we all know what it takes to stay on this show, and it's to take those trips. Are they complicit or are they victims? Who really knows? I don't know. I just wish the best for everybody, child. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget that Jesus Christ loves you. And I will see you guys in a new video soon.